Assalamu alaikum everybody, back again with another video. This is the month of Ramadan and I'm gonna release videos every alternate days because as I've promised, I'm gonna be very regular in making videos, in making content. No excuses. So yep, I think I'm not okay. So guys, have you ever thought if a person dies as a martyr, striving for Allah Rabbul Alamin, striving for Islam, what will Allah Rabbul Alamin give that person? Like, have you ever thought that anytime in your life? Because I have. Because, we all have to die. Why not die honorably, right? So, I was thinking that what if I die as a martyr for the cause of Allah Rabbul Alamin, for the, in the path of Islam, what will I receive from my Lord? What would my Creator would give me? Because I want something. I want a lot of things. Anyway, that's not the point. Point is, I came across these 3 ayats in Surah Ali Imran where Allah Rabbul Alamin is talking about martyrdom and what would people receive if they die as a martyr. Okay, so there is a story and this story is about the Battle of Uhud, and this is the second battle that has been fought in Islamic history, right? So the first battle is the Battle of Badr and the second battle is the Battle of Uhud. So in Battle of Uhud, 70 Sahabis died, right? And hearing this news, some Muslims, they were actually not genuine Muslims, they were hypocrites, like munafiq, right? So this munafiq, they were talking about like, if our brothers were just sitting with us if they were present amongst us, they could like avoid this death, they could have still been alive, right? And Allah Rabbul Alamin recorded this conversation in Quran. I think it's ayat number 168 from Surah Ali Imran. And in 169, I think, okay, no, it's 167, and in 168, Allah Rabbul Alamin is replying them that if you are so powerful that you can control death, then why can't, let me see if you can control your own death. Like Allah Rabbul Alamin is openly challenging them that if you are so confident that death can be controlled, control your own death, right? And then he went on to describe the status of martyrs, right? So in 169 of Surah Ali Imran, Allah Rabbul Alamin is saying, think not of those as dead who are killed in the way of Allah. In fact, they are alive with their Lord and they have provision. So Allah Rabbul Alamin is literally saying that they are not dead. Yes, they have exited, like they have left this world. I'm sorry for that word. For some reason it felt wrong. Yeah. So they are not alive among humanity. They are not alive within this world, but they are alive with their Lord. And with their Lord means they are alive in paradise, right? So Allah Rabbul Alamin is saying, yes, their body have ceased. That noise. Oh my gosh, so many background noises. Their body have ceased to exist, but their soul is alive in paradise with Allah Rabbul Alamin. Now, what does this with Allah Rabbul Alamin means? Okay, so here it means their soul is resides in these green birds that fly all around heaven, and their ultimate resting place is within these chandeliers that is hung under the arsh of Allah Rabbul Alamin. That is where they actually stay, and whatever they have to eat, whatever they have to drink, they collect all their provisions from heaven, which Allah Rabbul Alamin has given them as a reward, that you can do whatever you want, you can fly wherever you want. And then at the end of the day, they go back to those chandeliers that are hung from the arsh of Allah Rabbul Alamin. I mean, can you imagine how Allah Rabbul Alamin have dignified them, that they're literally living with their Lord, like their neighbors. Your Allah Rabbul Alamin and these martyrs, they're actually neighbors. That's how high they are placed in the eyes of Allah Rabbul Alamin, that he himself take care of these people. So amazing. Acha, let's move on. So there was this Sahaba, Zabir ibn Abdullah radiallahu anhu, whose father died in the battle of Uhud. So he was very upset. So Allah Rabbul Alamin asked him, Ya Zabir, why are you so upset? So Zabir related that his father died and that's why he's upset. He has left behind a lot of debt. He has like this family and everything. So this Sahaba, he was really very stressed out, like how he would manage everything and so on. So to cheer him up, our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Ya Zabir, shouldn't I tell you how Allah Rabbul Alamin has rewarded your father? And Zabir ibn Abdullah radiallahu anhu was like, yeah, sure, let me know. And our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that Allah Rabbul Alamin doesn't talk to anybody directly except Musa salam, our prophet Musa salam. But your father has been dignified so highly that Allah Rabbul Alamin has talked to him directly and asked him, like, what do you need? What else can I provide for you? And your father has asked that, and this goes for all the martyrs, like this is how they would feel, that Allah Rabbul Alamin would ask them that, do you need anything else? And the martyrs and everybody else would go like that, you have given us so much, we don't need anything else. And Allah Rabbul Alamin would repeat these questions 3 times. And then at the end of the day, these martyrs would like, okay, we have to ask something from our Lord because he's asking us repetitively. So these martyrs would go like, can you please send us to earth so that we can fight for you again? And Allah Rabbul Alamin would like, this is not possible because once you die, you cannot go back to the world. And the martyrs would like, okay, so this is our final resting place, we cannot go on to earth. But can you imagine the desire to fight for Allah Rabbul Alamin again and again and again, that even if they have received so much from Allah Rabbul Alamin, like literally they are neighbors and they have already entered heaven and everything, they would still want to leave all that behind and come back to earth and fight for Allah Rabbul Alamin all over again. I mean, when I read that, I was so amazed, like who does that, right? So okay, so let's see what Allah Rabbul Alamin says in 170 ayat of Surah Al-Imran. Rejoicing in what Allah has bestowed upon them out of his bounty, jubilant that neither fear nor grief shall come upon the believers left behind in the world who have not yet joined them. So what Allah Rabbul Alamin is saying, that these martyrs, they will be residing in heaven as a green bird, they would fly all around and they will be so happy, not for only themselves but for the brothers and the sisters and other Muslims that they have left behind, because they have created this huge example of like performing jihad in the path of Allah Rabbul Alamin. So their brothers and their community and the other Muslims would follow in their footsteps, and it just makes them happy thinking that many of them would die as a martyr and then would later on join them. So all the blessings, all the bounty that they have received from Allah Rabbul Alamin, not only it's for them, but they can share it with their brothers, with their sisters, with other Muslims. And that makes them doubly happy, not for themselves, but for other people. So, the martyrs, they would, when Allah Rabbul Alamin would repeatedly ask them like, what else do you want, what else do you want, these martyrs would then say that, can you please pass on the message that we are doing really well, we are really very happy, we have received so many blessings from you, we are residing under your earth. If you pass on this message, then they will also be encouraged to fight in your path, and then they can later on join us. Then Allah Rabbul Alamin has revealed ayat number 170, where Allah Rabbul Alamin is letting the other Muslims know that if you fight in the path of Allah Rabbul Alamin, you can join your brothers and sisters in the hereafter. Okay, then 171 of Surah Al-Imran, Allah Rabbul Alamin continues. They rejoice at the favors and bounties of Allah and at the awareness that Allah will not cause the reward of the believers to be lost. It means that you and I, we are sinners. We we do a lot of sins, we do a lot of things that Allah Rabbul Alamin has asked us specifically not to do. But whenever we do something good, Allah Rabbul Alamin always records that, and He never ever will make it go to waste. Our rewards are with Allah Rabbul Alamin, and He is seeing everything that we do. So in this Ramadan, why don't you and I increase good deeds for ourselves and for other people, like creating examples for other people, so that we can also become neighbors just like our martyr brothers and sisters. I hope this video inspires you, to gain knowledge of Islam, to get to know Allah Rabbul Alamin, to get to know Quran, to just become good human beings, to just become good Muslims, so that we can all go to heaven, inshallah, alhamdulillah, in the hereafter, and we can all reside very happily with each other and everything, because that cannot be achieved in this world, considering the rate the world is going, and the chaos that we're experiencing everywhere. So heaven and hereafter is our ultimate address, and that is what we should strive for, the way our predecessors have strived or strove for. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Like, whenever I'm speaking, it's just I'm speaking and make so many grammatical mistakes, and yeah, I hope you can excuse that. I hope you have learned a lot of things. I hope we can die as good Muslims. I hope we can die when Allah Rabbul Alamin is really very happy for us, that what we have done. So yeah, this is Ramadan. I'll see you next day after tomorrow with another video. Assalamu alaikum. This is Yuka Speaks, and my name is Yuka Taslim.